What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 46th episode of the Boundless Business Podcast. As you can see, it's your amazing co-host, Larissa, Justine, and Nico, doing a live one. This is kind of crazy, right? This is like the craziest thing we've ever done.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
A year in the making, but we're here. No COVID stopping us over here. So, Justine, what's going on? What are we talking about today?
Today, I thought we'd do something fun.
Love fun stuff.
We're going to do a little get to know us, like question and answer type of podcast, but more about us and less about, business stuff, lighten it up a bit.
Let's do it. And you might be thinking, where are we recording? So, Justine, where are we?
We're at our alma mater, ASU, right now. So,
Go Devils.
Yeah, go Devils. There we go, forced them. That took a second, but yeah, we're excited to be back on campus. It's been fun.
Been weird to be back. A lot's changed in a couple of years. So.
I know it all looks very different.
I feel old.
We're getting lost.
PTSD from finals, because it's finals.
Yeah, it's
weekend,
finals
so.
week right now. Yeah, definitely feeling for all the students out there studying for their finals. But.
Good vibes. So,
okay, our first question. What was your first paying job? Like, what was your first job ever?
I always go first. Versa, tell us.
So my first paying job was, I actually did social media management as my first paying job.
Very fitting.
Yeah, when I was like 14, 13, my mom hooked me up with this guy who, he had like a flooring company and he wanted somebody to like manage his social media for him. And I was like, I can do social media. And I made a couple $100 a month from it. And it was completely from my phone. It's actually pretty legit.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. My first gig, I guess, was pet sitting. So I would pet sit for people and their cats and dogs and stuff. But my first actual job was working at Kohl's. I was working retail in high school. So yeah, it was fun. I have the soundtrack burned into my brain. Like every time I hear a song from it, I'm just get
You're
flashbacks from Kohl's. I was like, that played at Kohl's all the time.
Yeah, and same. I was retail first because when I got my green card, literally on a Wednesday and that Friday I had a job and I was at Tilly's. So same 12 songs are always burnt into my head when I hear it. I'm like, okay, let's fold this up. I was the worst person for folding. Literally, my manager was like, if you didn't sell so well, I would fire you because you suck at folding and putting stuff away. So.
Well, it's a good thing you're a good salesperson.
That's too funny.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. What is your favorite holiday?
I'll go first, just because you were looking at me for thought. So my girlfriend's favorite holiday is Christmas, and not saying that I don't love Christmas, but I actually, and it's not technically a holiday, but I love the New Year. Not for the New Year near me, but it's just something about a day where everyone's just kind of reflecting is kind of cool. You just feel people just feel new, and I think that's just I get a high from seeing people be happy. Because
you feed off their energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I just like New Year's Day because it's just fresh start.
My favorite holiday is Halloween. I just love dressing up and seeing what everyone else dresses up as, and I think it's just fun to go out with your friends and see what everyone's wearing and it's so creative. Some people are think of the most creative costumes.
What were you for Halloween this year?
I was a Bratz doll for Halloween, and I felt very fancy in my big pink furry coat. It kept me warm too, so that was a plus.
I like that. I like that. I feel like my favorite holidays typically don't really involve gifts, because I feel I'm an extra person, so when I give somebody a present, it's I go all out, and it's I did so much research, so those holidays can be kind of stressful, but I probably like Thanksgiving, but only if I'm not the one cooking.
Oh yeah, cooking is the worst, honestly.
Yeah, the ones where I just show up, we have a really nice meal, I go to bed. It's perfect. Perfect holiday.
That does sound perfect. Okay, what TV shows or movies are you currently watching or binge watching or rewatching?
Okay, I'm currently rewatching Mythbusters, but I pretty much always am on some loop of 30 Rock, The Office, and Parks and Rec.
Nice.
And New Girl.
That's a good rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rewatching New Girl and Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now.
Oh, amazing shows.
Mm-hmm. Those are my two always go-to rewatch.
So my brain dead show is Switched at Birth, actually.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not expect that one.
Yeah. That's me and my girlfriend's show. And then like for me, I just finished watching Billions. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Never
it's
heard
kind
of
like
it.
Suits.
So I like Suits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Billions, it was awesome. But because I had COVID, I had a lot of time.
Yeah,
watch.
true.
Now I'm done, so I'm thinking about like Mad Men. Because like I don't know.
Ooh,
people
that would
recommend
get me
it.
into like the 60s vibes. Like I want to deck my house out in like 60s decor and stuff.
Yeah.
Is
you
it
could,
60s?
You could watch like White
think it's
Collar.
80s.
Oh, 80s, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's the same thing. Yeah, I don't like. Well, that's a problem. It's like my next one is going to be a commitment, right? Because like I stick with it all the way through.
True.
Right? So I'm just like,
If you want a good commitment show, you could go House. It's pretty dark, but it's a really good show.
yeah.
And there's a lot of seasons, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It'll take up your
It'll
time.
take a minute.
Back in the early days, Boundless, when we didn't know that there were people much better at us, doing this thing called automation. I do a lot of things by hand, so I would always have like House or Criminal Minds up as I'm like data mining.
Yeah.
Because this is like kind of mindless work, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like someone just died. So
That's funny. Okay. What kind of music do you like? Like, what were your genres on Spotify Wrapped this year?
Okay. Everyone here knows my top artist was
Right.
Taylor Swift.
T-Swizzle.
I was in her top 0.5% of, like, not even top percent, 0.5% of artists. But I kind of genre shift. I actually am more like, I go between like pop and like folk weirdly. So like my top artists would be like the Lumineers, Taylor Swift, and Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Interesting. Yeah, mine said it was like pop or like indie pop, which I don't really know what that means. But some of my top artists are Catastro, Chelsea Cutler, Quinn 92, Dirty Heads. So,
I love Dirty Heads.
Yeah.
I forgot that you like that type of music too.
yeah. What about you, Nico?
Yeah, it's literally like polar opposites. It's like hardcore EDM, and then reggae, and then like rap. So like,
Okay, the fact that like, so for context, to focus, Nico puts on E EDM.
it's like there's screeching noises and whatnot. Like I'm all about it.
I
So,
could
like,
not focus to that music.
Yeah, like I would think it would be so distracting.
Yeah, like there's this DJ. He's called Liquid Stranger, and it's like kind of scary. Like if you walk in on like me listening to it, you'll be like, oh, that's kind of like,
Like, what is Nico
like we might have to like
listening to?
edit that in there. Like I'm actually
Overlay
like,
some.
yeah, just like anything with a ton of beats. I'm just like, but yeah, that's my focus music. And then reggae is like at the end of the day, just like mellow out with my tea. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, on the same note, what's the best concert you've ever been to? Mine was recently, I saw FKJ in Salt Lake,
Ooh.
and it was such a cool concert. There were so many like cool visuals, and he like plays all of these instruments like saxophone and like violin. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. So that's probably one of my top concerts.
Senior year, high school, we went to a reggae festival, but there's also like a lot of rappers down in Tempe Town Lake.
Oh,
It was
nice.
awesome. I loved it. It's like me, all my friends. It was like that.
Who's the artist though that you liked the best?
Well, the nice thing was it was literally like Revolution, Iration, and Tribal Seeds, which are like my
Ooh.
three like big ones.
Yeah,
right?
they're
So,
really good.
And I think Revolution or Iration had just come out with like a new album, so like it was awesome. So that we're seeing my idol Marshmello in California for an EDM side, great festival too, or great like club thing. So.
My best was maybe, so I have maybe a couple that it's like tied. So one, I went and saw in LA, Vance Joy, who you would know the song like Riptide, possibly. He did a thing where he was like, Jimmy Kimmel does this like outdoor concert series every summer, and like they'll give like free tickets, and my friend had one, and she just like randomly posted on her like Snapchat or whatever, she's like, I have an extra ticket, anybody want to come with me? And I was like kind of lonely when I was in LA because like the other people there were kind of mean to me, so I was like, I need friends. Hell yeah, Emily, I'll come with you. And it was amazing. Actually, it was so good. He was so like so talented. I feel like that's one of the nice things I like about going to concerts is like seeing people's like actual talent. And then my second favorite would probably be I went to a Bryce Vine concert when he was still like pretty early on. Or I went to a Noah Kahan concert. That was amazing as well.
I don't know.
He has a lot of popular
Stick
songs
Season
right
is the
now.
popular one right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got VIP tickets, actually.
Wow.
To his...
Baller over here.
Well, because they were like $80 at the time for like VIP tickets.
Now it's so much more expensive.
Now it would
like
be...
he's so much bigger now.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah, and I was like front row, like literally a foot and a half away from him. It was actually pretty awesome.
Was that the summer that you were interning?
That's when I went and saw Vance Joy, though.
Got it.
Right, because you were living in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever live in LA again? Okay, follow-up question. Where would you live if you could live anywhere? Like, not thinking about money or anything. Just...
I like a good mix of like city, but like close access to like hiking trails and like mountain type things. So I would maybe go like Denver, but possibly like outskirts of Denver.
She would go back to Prescott. For
No,
sure. 100%.
Okay, not Prescott, but actually maybe Flagstaff. I would live in
Flagstaff.
Yeah, I
Flagstaff.
can see you Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Phoenix. I love Arizona. So like I don't expect, well, I might move for a year. I'll be back. I don't know where I would live. I just love the valley. But to your point too, like I do like, now that I'm fancy up in Scottsdale, like I like Fountain Hills and stuff like that, like just like a little tucked away, little oasis.
My parents lived in Fountain Hills for like a couple of years, and it was so nice going to visit them. It was such a pretty town, and like they had the best views, and it was so nice.
Just don't like the javelinas. There's a lot more javelinas up there than like south.
You're definitely not in the city, that's for sure.
So I don't know that, but you're just like 45, 50 minutes from the airport. Like it's not too crazy. So
Yeah.
But also like I like Denver. I also like Seattle, but
I was gonna say Seattle because I'm the same way where I like want access to city stuff, but also like hiking and nature.
Yeah, like that's the hard balance to find. Is like I would love to be in a perfectly walkable spot where I can walk down the street, go to a coffee shop, like be able to have pretty much everything I need within like a 15-minute like walk radius, but also be like 15 minutes away from like a hiking trailhead.
Yeah.
With like a good hiking trailhead. I guess
Yeah, I was
like I
about
don't
to say,
live
like-
that far away from it now, but
But yeah, it's different. Like you like trees, so like
I
that's
do like trees.
Trees are
so
good.
so that's
It makes it hard living in the
Yeah.
valley.
right.
But-
Don't get many trees here. Okay, shifting more to like work stuff. What is the most exciting part of what you do for work day to day, or like overall, or what's your favorite thing?
That's a really good question. There's like most of my days like 70%, 75, 80% of like what I like to do. So it's not like Larissa does everything I don't want to do. So her answer might be like different. Honestly, like what I really like is the fact that we like this is leadership, right? And besides Destiny, we'll add her in there. We need to have her on the pod.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking about
Destiny
that.
on the pod.
Yeah.
So, but like I like that we're leadership, and even though Larissa and I have like ideas, Justine also has a ton of ideas on like what's going on. Plus, like frankly speaking, like our content division is like very interesting to me. So I just like being able to say like we get to work with this person if we really want to. And if we don't, that's okay too. So like I
Yeah.
like being able to say like no now, which is like kind of weird.
That's your favorite
mean,
part of your job is turning
saying
people
no.
down.
No. My favorite thing is like being able to control our own destiny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and part of that is like saying yes or no to things.
Right. Not having
Yeah.
to say yes to every single thing just for like money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
I just like making stuff better. So I like just being like, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna make it like 2% better.
Yeah,
That's what
like
I
seeing
to
a
do.
problem, making it better.
Yeah.
Well, tell everyone what happened today with like our data team, because like what you thought about, I would have been like, oh, that's fine, like building the SOPs, like.
What happened with our data team?
Well, the data team, like we were running low on data for a client, and it was because like we mined data for them, but
Oh yeah, there were a ton of duplicates in there. I don't know. And my process was usually like, okay, what happened? There were duplicates in our data. Typically, we have systems in place to weed out those duplicates. However, the person who typically weeds out duplicates, they had put most of the responsibility on the person doing the data scraping. However, that person didn't check it first for duplicates. So, yeah, we just, we're like, okay, A, they need to learn how to do it, or B, someone needs to check it for duplicates, and there's, lots of different ways we can do that, but
Yeah, like that doesn't sound fun to me. I would be like, I don't know. But Larissa's like, okay, let's diagnose this, let's fix it. And by the end of the day, we had I literally checked Slack before this, and there was a fix. So I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's what I like to do. I just like making stuff better.
Yeah. I would say for me, I like the creativity of my job. Like, it's all creative, so it keeps it interesting. Every day is different. We're creating a lot of cat content right now, so I get to see a lot of cat videos and like create a lot of cat videos, and I love it. Like,
the amount of time, I never thought I'd spend this much like work time watching cat TikToks.
Literally. I love it so much. It's just like, I don't know, getting to use my brain for something fun and creative. It's the best part. Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah. Do you guys have any weird productivity hacks? Like, you listen to EDM. Is there anything anything that you use to be more productive during your day?
Noise canceling headphones. And then I usually just play like an album or a podcast or something. Like, if I play an album, it's one that I've already listened to 100 times. So then I can kind of just like zone it out. Like, I know exactly what's coming next, and I can kind of just zone it out, but it's more like white noise at that point, but not white noise to the point where I'm getting bored.
Right. I would say for me, I make a lot of lists. I'm always writing new lists. And then I listen to lo-fi music a lot. Like the Lo-Fi Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my girl. I listen to her all the time.
No, that's awesome. I think for me, this might be like, because you guys might not be as like coffee snob as me, but if you can often get so much more caffeine by making your coffee at home, not through a Keurig. Like, a lot of people think that, you get caffeine, like make coffee through a Keurig, it's fast and everything, which is true, but then you often have to have like 3 or 4 cups. If you like grind your own beans and then like, or even with a French press, like make it like that, typically you can get like a fourth of the like double the caffeine from like a fourth of the actual coffee to drink. So you can mostly get your caffeine from like 2 cups a day by making it yourself. So you're not keeping going back, because then too much coffee just makes you like usually jittery and like, I don't know, it's really not good for your stomach. So that's my hack. Plus, like, it's really easy to make your own cold brew. So
Nika's a bit of a coffee snob.
love coffee. I love coffee. So.
Okay, shifting to our predictions kind of for 2023. What trends do you think we'll see in 2023 in terms of client retention, lead generation, operations, marketing, anything there? For me, marketing, definitely video-focused content is definitely going to be continuing on into 2023. Just big focus on that, on all the platforms we've seen starting to incorporate vertical videos. So
Long form, short form, doesn't matter. Any video?
mostly short form, but as we know, we take these podcasts and turn it into short form. So kind of both, but those platforms do make a big focus on short form vertical content.
Well, I don't know 100% about that. TikTok just expanded their ability to have 10-minute videos.
That's true. Yeah.
So
So it'll be interesting.
short-ish
But, like,
form,
how many
like,
people
not
are-
like hours
Yeah.
long, but like
Right.
short-ish form, which I guess 10 minutes I would say is more like mid. Short is probably like less than 3.
I am seeing a lot more of the 3-minute videos on my For You page, but I don't really watch them that much. So I don't know. Like, they're common, but
If it
I don't
catches
know.
your attention
Right.
well enough,
Yeah, you
then
have to have a good
watch,
hook, and then
but yeah.
people will probably watch. But yeah.
For me, this is like the year of the ads. It's something that I've literally like not wanted to get into for like 5 years now. Ever since I got into marketing, I was like anti-ads. So this is the year of like very targeted ads for me, at least. So my prediction is like you'll be seeing a lot more stuff coming from us on the ad side, which is I'm a little nervous for. I'm not gonna lie, but what I'm just seeing is like very like TikTok ads are so super underrated. So like learning like how we take well-performing content and then turn that into a funnel for ads. Not necessarily always to sell something right away, but maybe to get like an email and build like an email list and stuff like that. So like incorporating more like ad strategies into content and like building up community, things like that. So
I guess I would probably predict that there will be a higher focus not on increasing your top of funnel, so not necessarily on getting more people in the funnel, but on getting more out of the people that are already in your funnel.
Yeah.
So you can get the same outcome, which if your outcome that you're looking for is like dollars in the bank, right? You can have 500 people spending $1 each, or you can have 250 people spending $2 each. And it might be easier to get 250 people to spend $2 than 500 people to spend $1.
Yeah.
So that's what I would predict, is a big focus on, you know, and that was a big thing that people have done this year and the last few years, is really just try to reach as many people as possible, focusing really heavily on those reach numbers as opposed to actual conversion numbers. Mm-hmm. So I anticipate that as reach is, I mean, certainly a vanity metric to a certain degree, that it will kind of fade out a bit and move more into, you know, conversion focused metrics.
Yeah, definitely. Those are all the questions I had. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we end it off? Our first in-person episode.
This has been a lot of fun. So.
I'm sad we can't do this every week. Like,
Justine, just move back.
I'll move back. This is it. This is the only thing I needed to get me to move back.
It's so much warmer here than Idaho.
It's true.
I was thinking.
There's no snow here.
I was thinking, like, cause this was an idea we had forever ago, but I was like, the Boundless House. But I don't know, like, that might be like.
I don't know that real estate is in our 2023 predictions.
Yeah, no, more like renting out a house for all Boundless members. But I mean, like, truth be told, there is good separation because.
I don't think you guys want to live with my animals, so.
You do have a lot of animals. I have a snake. I could bring a snake to the house.
I can bring good vibes.
My cats would love your snake.
She's really nice. She likes all animals.
No, Hades would be like. Hades is there's one cat, so.
He lives up to the name.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, as always, thank you guys so much for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and if you like more of these, more fun, not like too strategic based ones, but more on like our hot takes, questions, and as always, Nico at getboundlessmedia.com if you have any feedback or questions about what we talked about today, as well as Get Boundless Media on every social media platform, and our website is getboundlessmedia.com. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll talk real soon.
Bye.